Hey everybody, Asher here, and it's Free Play Friday. And what's Friday without a little bit of beta testing? Today we are looking at World of Warcraft Legion. I got into the first wave of beta, which has never happened in World of Warcraft. So I thought I'd go ahead and take a look, and where the beta is right now, it is a closed beta, but I am playing as a pre-constructed level 100 Unholy Death Knight. Now I have done a lot of the introductory quests. We are actually currently in Stormheim, and I want to just go over a few things with the character and mainly just play the game a little bit. So I know a lot of you on the channel are familiar, at least in some way, shape, or form, with World of Warcraft from having played it, and I know a lot of you have kind of a similar relationship to it that I do, that you played it quite a bit at one point in your life and not necessarily as much anymore, but I guess we are the new generation of subscribers to a point where we'll come back for an expansion and see how it goes. Regardless, some of the big things to go into with this, and we'll play along with it too, as you can see other pre-constructed characters going around. The number one go-getter is the legendary weapons, which everybody gets one, and you can unlock other ones later on. And we'll go into, maybe in another video some other time, kind of how you go about getting that. But the idea is that it's kind of an alternate advancement system. Like, you do have the different specializations, you do have your different talents and everything, which I'll talk about my talents here in just a second. But then we also have the sort of, as you level up, more things that you get, including different runes that you can put into these at the top, which obviously it's not showing because beta is beta, and this is currently Apocalypse level 1 right now with a little bit of artifact power, and you do get special abilities on it. The more important thing though is that if we look at the weapon here, it does look pretty cool. Not all of the legendary weapons are created equal, but each of them has its own little story quest you get into. Some of them, like Doomhammer and Ashbringer, you're probably very familiar with. Some more obscure, but they make sense in the name of the lore. Apocalypse is a weapon that has been mentioned a few times previously, but some of the talents that have I'm not entirely sure what's changed because I didn't actually play Death Knight in Warlords of Draenor, but some of the things that stand out to me is that all of the presences are now, some of them are clicky abilities like Epidemic. We have no more colors of runes, it's just straight up rune, rune, rune. And then some of my favorite talents here include Sludge Belcher, which means that my raised dead ability, because I've always enjoyed Unholy Death Knights because they are kind of the pet melee class in the game. And we do have an Abomination now. And you'll see I have another little friend as well. That's from At Will Serve, or All Will Serve talent. So I can have two little guys with me all at once. This guy never dies, really. Some of the other abilities that really stand out: Corpse Shield, which synergizes very well because 90% of damage is taken by your pet. And then Dark Transformation, which is now just a cooldown, turns into something even bigger. You may recognize that boss if you've done any raiding in World of Warcraft in the past. But yeah, you can summon one of those guys as your buddy now. So that's pretty cool. You know what? I think it is about time, though, that we kind of get into playing a little bit, because all the classes, it's kind of like Mist of Pandaria, where they got a bit of a revamp. A lot of classes got revamps once again. And some classes, they're still working on it pretty hard, but some classes, like Unholy, still are pretty fun and still are fairly powerful. We have lost some of the ability to do a lot of AoE damage, but I'll go into kind of rotations, attacks here as we get here. Right now, where we are in the story for Stormheim, some of you have read up on this, some of you this is completely new, is pretty much we started here, crashed, and Sylvanas the Banshee Queen's kind of disappeared, but we figure she's okay for ourselves. Right now, we've been challenged to be able to get to, let's see if I can see the Pearly Gates from here. I think we can. Stormheim, yeah, that's actually the place that we're going to be trying to go to. There's this Aegis of Eternals or something like that, nothing to do with, I think I just said the Dota 2 thing instead. But yeah, there's a certain relic that will help people. Now, I have spoiled a little bit of the story for myself, but I'm not going to spoil it on here. But pretty much everybody's trying to go get it. Sylvanas has a quite predictable but still interesting reason for going to get it. But we're also trying to get access as well. So right now we have a bunch of angry dragons. We do have a quest marker, and I'm not entirely sure. I think this is where we want to go, but we can go ahead and test some fighting here. Now, we still have our basic abilities like Death Grip, so get over here. But the other things that you want to see is there is a little bit of new UI here. We do have some Guardians that are actually being brought on here. But you can see that I'm creating open wounds. I can cast Epidemic to put a disease on here. That all costs runes. And then Scourge Strike. Scourge Strike takes out festering wounds. And I actually have a talent that increases, and I hit the right button. Necrosis, dealing damage with Death Coil, causes your next Scourge Strike to deal 25% increased damage. So pretty much how combat works for me. Stormforge Idol, interesting. Not very useful, but interesting. How combat pretty much works for me is that I'm going to want to bring somebody over here, possibly. We're going to go ahead and try and put something on them. We're having a little bit of lag issues, of course, because that's beta. If you have read up any on the World of Warcraft beta, it's been exactly as advertised, adventures and phasing. That's real, but right now I'm not even getting attacked. You're just standing there. So it's almost like a good old-fashioned targeting dummy. Now this attack, Festering Strike, does take 2 runes to use, and that was easily the least climactic combat possible. What a time to make a video. Alright. So our goal right now is that we're trying to infiltrate a certain place. Let's see if we can actually get you to fight me back. No, you're just going to stand there. Oh good, we are actually getting a fight. Nice. Somehow we're missing with our ability to put wounds on there. We also have I don't know why I can't talk today. We also have a talent that will allow criticals to increase more festering wounds. By default, you get 2 festering wounds per festering strike, or 2 to 4 festering wounds. A critical gives you even more. But we do have little wolfies that are all very confused. Like I said, this is definitely a beta test. There's a lot of things that are incomplete. There's a lot of builds that are still going in iterations. But I mean, when I say a beta test, I mean like not like, okay, here's your beta 2 weeks before release.
Good spot right here.
I mean like literally they will just crash the servers on their own because they want to throw a fix in. Like, it's like, guess what? We're just going to crash it right now. No warning, no nothing. Not even a reset. But that's okay. So this shroud, that shroud should do nicely. Okay. So we're trying to use this, help this undead person you can see with the Undercity thing there, because everyone likes to wear their Sylvana shirt. No wings required. The things look like it's got the range to get us over that wall. It's a good spot to hook on past us, so you should be able to spot it from here. Once you're inside, do me a favor and see if you can distract the guard so I can slip through. I'll see what else you can find. So use the Stormforge grapple launcher to launch onto the wall.
Stay lofty.
Alright. You have another quest.
What is it?
This is World of Warcraft. It's like quest go get, quest go get. Although it seems like anytime we do anything with Virkul, ever since Wrath of the Lich King where they were introduced, there's always something about hooking on to other places. So that little Legend of Zelda nostalgia trip. But when I was scouting this place out, I noticed that the Virkul have no strangers to the treacherous mountain path we're trying to get into, and they've got some specialized equipment they're using. And if I were you, I'd try and get my hands on it. You may want to find some climbing threads to keep your grip on, oil cloak to keep you dry. They've also got these stones to carry to keep the lightning at bay. I don't think we've seen any lightning strikes up there, but they're there, I promise. Alright, so we get some potential items, trinket or bag.
Good luck out there.
You know, we are definitely in leveling gear material right now, so our items are totally mismatched. Hello, Warg. I'm definitely not facing the wrong way to do that. Alright, so once again, despite the lag, what we're trying to do here is just a little bit of combat. But the lag is definitely making this interesting as well. I like that I have Warg on Warg combat. Yeah, I should be able to do that. The only problem is I have people after me, and of course my Abomination will get magically dragged after me. By the way, yes, I am using Rune of the Fallen Crusader on my sword. This is undead, and that's, or not undead, this is unholy, that's what you should do. So, can we actually make it? Grapple. There we go. We're in combat again, of course. And this is interesting. Okay, we actually made it up there. Are we still in combat? Okay, we grappled over the wall. Let's just go down here, I guess. Assault the Drakari bonus objective. This is something from Worlds of Draenor that's still there. You can get bonus experience, pretty significant bonus experience, actually, just for completing these goals. We do have a few things that we want to grab. Oh, there's tiny whelps. Many whelps! So if we follow the little quest markers here, there's an oiled cloak. It looks like my pet is in a fight still. Let's put him on passive. Alright. Yeah, if there's two things that I've had to deal with a lot in the testing phase of this, it's that we have a lot of phasing issues, like a lot of phasing issues. For those of you that do not know what phasing is, and we'll get to that little star dude in just a minute. For those of you that don't know what phasing is, it's something that Blizzard introduced to try and get more people into realms, kind of alleviate the empty realm system, although that's not all it's for. But different things in like Dalaran City, which is the main hub, or other places. Is this really where we want to be, on top of here? I don't think so. Let's go this way. We'll see what this gets us. But yeah, pretty much there's been some times, even while questing in Stormheim, that's just like, oh, well, I want to do this quest objective, but I've been put in the wrong phase. I've been put in the wrong location, the wrong area. So do we have combat here? We're about to. Alright, let's just summon our buddy. And you actually have one of those dudes from Pandaria with you. Interesting. Alright. The other thing that's kind of stood out to me with questing, and although it's not really going to manifest itself much here, once again for phasing reasons and otherwise, is that you can, the levels are not broken down by zone anymore in Legion. Pretty much you can start wherever, and you can go from the earlier level all the way on, or from level 100. And for whatever reason, they finally have the technology where the enemies will dynamically scale with you. So we just walk past a Death Knight. We got somebody. That's an elite trooper over here. We got no wings required over somewhere. There we go. There's still one of the things from Warlords of Draenor that you get is, do we not? Okay, our buddy needs to be over here. I don't know why he stopped. Let's go ahead and fight him anyway. But one of the things that you do get from Warlords that still persists is these unique monsters are the ones that kind of have a silver trim on them. And the more you fight them, the better, or they drop better loot. And I'm just going to go ahead. I know we don't have a ton of Festering Wounds here, but I haven't actually used my Apocalypse ability yet. So we'll use that. What it does is we're going to get a bit of a delay here because reasons. That's too bad. You didn't get to see the full animation there, which, once again, beta's beta. I can't always control what we'll be able to get. And right now, there's just so much lag. I'm a little amazed that I'm even getting some of these fights in right now. And you can see there's another person that's helping out. It's like anything. And actually, it's really weird to me because I'm so used to playing on PvP servers. So when I see someone that's gnome, I'm very confused as to why I can't just kill them. Okay, so beta than you. That's. I've played a little bit of Demon Hunter so far. I'm still not entirely sold on how I feel about it, but I know that's something that they're also working on changing. Alright, we got a plate belt. And we got something for artifact power too. Interesting. And I've always had issues getting these loots. So let's see. Okay, Champion's Belt. I think we got everything. There we go. So let's put the belt on. Use this. We need like 300 some artifact power before we get anything. So Apocalypse, you're now happier. Congratulations. Where's our belt? So that's better than what we're wearing right now. It's got to be. And order resources. There is a garrison system. I haven't really done too much with it, but it's not at all like Warlords of Draenor. Or I guess that's not entirely true. It is like Warlords of Draenor to a point, but it is very scaled down. But it's at your class order hall, and you don't like get everything in the game from it. Surprisingly, or maybe not that surprisingly, the Death Knight order hall is actually Acaris. So it's a place that you've already been. Unlike other people that are like, why Dalaran Sewers? Why not Dalaran Sewers? Okay, so we got somebody else here. Oh, that's a Blood Death Knight. I've been seeing a lot of people who are like leveling with different specs, and I'm not going to be able to show this off, unfortunately. It's been a little hard to pull this off with the lag and the mob density for this area. But one nice thing about Death and Decay, it is 1 rune now, as opposed to Army of the Dead, which is 3 runes. But Scourge Strike will actually AoE and hit all enemies near the target in Death and Decay. I'm pretty sure that's a change from before. So I'm not going to go for that one. We're just going to keep on questing on because I think I'm going to just pull out all my teeth if I have to sit here and try and go through these delays. Like, it takes this long to mount. This is the thing, is that there's only like 3 beta servers, but they're all kind of tied in together.
Hey, over here. I've got a plan.
Oh god, I'm gonna fall off, aren't I? Alright, so we got these guys.
Ready to fly.
No wings required. These Rorquals are so distracted seeing someone flying through the village, they never noticed me slip by. Yeah, I noticed that, so tiny bit of experience. We're actually almost up to level 101,
Hey,
which is
keep
fun.
it up. Good day for flying.
Then here's all of our items. Well, the sizing might be a bit big, but I think we can make them work. So we can pick a cloak, which we could use. We don't need a trinket, although a strength trinket's okay. We actually have one, so. And complete any day now. There we go. So we're slowly gaining our item level up here. Wow, they actually made it really big now. It's like pretty much back to loot ID or whatever those mods were that would make people say, you can't go here because your loot item level is too low, when they would just equip all their healer equipment to tank and get into a place. But grapple on top of the walls and dismantle 7 Tidescorn harpoon launchers atop the high shell. It looks like the elements aren't the only thing that you'll need to worry about. Those harpoon launchers on the wall look pretty nasty. Unless we take them out, we won't be able to climb up. So that sounds good. So any more excuses to use our hookshot-like ability, apparently, right? So we gotta fight here. There we go. Are we actually going to get to a place where we get some responsiveness for our abilities? No, not really. There we go. Let's just pull multiple guys down. Epidemic still spreads like constantly. So, but while epidemic does spread virulent plague, what it doesn't spread is festering wounds. You do have to reapply those. Alright, so let's get a little bit of that. Oh, Death Strike. I don't know. Maybe it's been like this for a while, but Death Strike now takes runic power. Maybe it's been like that for a long time. Like I said, I've been enjoying playing Death Knight, but Death Knight is also a class that I skipped in Warlords. So, how are we going to get up there? Is question the first.
I'm out of range.
Yes, we are out of range. Oh, that's... Duh! Dummy. That's why we have the spikes here. Did I just say we need to grapple? Now I just have to fight the lag. Yeah, I'm sure this is far more impressive when it's not constantly, like, slowing down. So this should be pretty doable here. But yeah, while I've been like I said, while I've been enjoying the beta so far, and I haven't really done... I've thought about streaming it once or twice, but anytime I've tried to stream, it's like been, or I've had time to, it has been super unstable, and there have been some times where the beta, because they're in the stress test phase right now, and they just put out a huge wave of invites for a lot of people, and not even everyone who's got an invite subscribed. I'm not currently subscribed to World of Warcraft, which I know this is kind of in part their business way to say, hey, you want to come over here and play this again? Let me give you like there's a drug reference there. I'm sure of it. Alright, how many more harpoons can we get? We got somebody over there. Might be smarter. Okay, there's one down here. We can just drop down. There we go. Did I really like have... Is there like only 7? It's really going to frustrate me. Alright. There might actually only be 7 harpoons. And I'm glad that everybody's conveniently put a hook on top of their house. Okay, there's another one. Can we actually grapple from all the way down here? Probably not. You must be closer. So we don't have unlimited range. We do have a little dragon in the way. Alright. We shall find another way. Really? Okay, so if we grapple all the way around here. Said this is the laggiest of the lag grapples. I'm very curious to see how this looks on live. And it's one of those things too, is like Warlords of Draenor was very good starting out, and then it became World of Garrison Craft, and that was very upsetting. But I did have a good first impression of it, and the questing was a lot of fun. And so far I've gotten a pretty good first impression with Legion. I guess the question becomes, how does everything play out? Does everyone getting an artifact weapon end up hurting things more than helping things? There's got to be another hook. We're not that close to it, though. Oh, I'll just drop down. What's a little damage among friends? And that'll do it for the hooks. Then we can just do phase the next. We really actually don't have an easier one over here. Okay. Okay. Like I said, not... I could sound far more exciting, but I don't know, so it's like delayed reaction. Delay. So where are you? Long-eared owl and impalement insurance. So I guess on our map you're hiding over here for some reason. Don't even know for sure. And we can't mount because we're in combat somehow. Alright. That'll do. We'll get out of combat here probably in just a second.
Having a dragon is a bad thing.
Oh, nice. Here's the other thing that I was hoping we get to see. You're too late, weakling. Even now we break the dragons to serve us. God King Scovald, only I possess the power of the Thorgnir, or Thorgnir. The Aegis will be mine. So the Aegis was what everyone's going for. And it's very interesting. This is very give up, outsider, you're not worthy of the Halls of Valor. This is very interesting to me, if only because it's Warcraft 3 style chat boxes. And that's something they have not done in World of Warcraft, which was based off of Warcraft 3 and actually was originally made in the Warcraft 3 engine before being ported over to its own engine. So I'm very surprised that they haven't been using that too much until now. But you get a lot of pop-ups like that. We don't have to worry about those scrap heaps anymore. It looks like we got a hitch in our plan, though. The bridge is the only way up, so we have to actually kill and clear things, right? Wait, do you still have that grapple? Of course I do. I think you can still get to the path if you can launch on top of that tower. The gap doesn't seem too bad. Of course, we'll have to take out the big guy out front first. He looks tough, but defeat Drekjar champion at places I can't pronounce.
Hey, keep it up.
And, oh, hi. Oh, it's you. Okay. Did you just, like, fall off and die? That can't be right. So, gunning, Scaleheart, there he is. So we're just waiting. Here's our little gnome. That's what gnomes look like. Everyone has a little legendary weapon. I don't think I can inspect him. Oh, I can inspect him. No, I can't. Because he ran off. There he is. So he's using Felamalorn, so he is a fire mage. And that's what they have right now. Heart of the Phoenix and little Kael'thas weapon. My inscription on Apocalypse it is, shall sow destruction and war, famine and death, it shall tempt with power, and then bring an end to all life. If we look at it, we have a little bit more artifact power. We need quite a bit more before we can level up any of these, though. So that's the other fun challenge, is that sometimes we just have to wait, and really, this thing's just been it's just been standing there. May I politely kill you, please, right now? I don't think it's been there that long. Maybe it has. Alright, so dwarf sided. And I guess the question is, did we suddenly get knocked into the wrong phase? Because that would put an end to this pretty fast, but I swear I just saw the guy. We just need to wait for him to respawn. Okay, Stormwing Drake, you have Wolfies as well. Is he actually he might actually be all the way up in the tower. That'd be hilarious, so I'm just standing down here the whole time. I guess that's why the quest text said go up the tower, or did it? Can't say for sure, but we'll go up anyway. Because of course there's not flying mounts or anything. Blizzard has really gone away from that hard. Alright, where the hell are you guys? Okay, there he is. Let's see if we can Dark Souls style this. And slice and dice. Oh, we just only lost half our life instead of doing death from above, but it's okay. We have a lot of ways to fix that. Plus we have Death Strike anytime we want, just about. We can put more Festering Wounds. We can Apocalypse. That'd be a really good Apocalypse because we get 8 little zombies. It takes all of our Festering Wounds off. And also Army of the Dead for even more zombie action. I think I just cast it. There we go. And we killed him like that. We actually killed him because we had Mage's People as well. Let's get up that tower. I was just up that tower. I was literally just up that tower. Alright, let's do it again. Oh, the joys of Warcraft. It's like, you know what? I just actually walked by the guy. Do we really have to kill him? Alright. And then little spacing like this. That is something that needs to be reported because you shouldn't have to jump over stuff like that. You should be able to just walk over. Alright, do we have another hook that we can get to? Hook and slice. And we're all over here. And we're on a new path. And she just phased out. Alright, I guess I should have turned it up. There we go.
Good day.
What a fight. Here I thought this place would be boring. Yay. So it looks like there's a good spot in this launch to go from here. Well, we just did. Grapple across the tower and climb to the top of the mountain path. We'll go to the top of the mountain path. I'll let this go. We just did this. More little things to report, I guess. It'd be nice if these were the things that just automatically completed. And we'll go to the top of the mountain path and see what's there. That's obviously... Is that the mountain path? This looks kind of like a goat path. And there are little things on... Okay, I can't go. Well, maybe we can. This doesn't seem like the path I was supposed to take. But here we are. There's little storms and everything. We got an actual little blade squall up here. Alright. So a little bit of extra damage. If I could actually hit something. There we go. An Apocalypse. Apocalypse now. So yeah, the way, like I said, the idea for this is that you want to balance all kinds of things. You want to balance your Scourge Strike when you have it. You don't want to stand in the lightning. You want to actually have Death Coil up. You want to get Festering Wounds up as much as possible. And you want to have Epidemic up here to get Virulent Plague. Not sure where that decided to go, but there we go. So more Scourge Strike. But pretty much our runic power dumps are... One of them's a heal, one of them's Death Coil. And we're getting lagged really hard. This is exactly the lag he needed right now. Or at least looks like we're actually killing him. And you still have all the things in your Death Knight kit, like Icebound Fortitude if it came down to it. I didn't need it in that last fight. We have all kinds of things that we can interrupt here. It's not so bad. If there's anything to complain about with the beta so far, at least preliminarily, it's the stability of it. But once again, it's a stress test beta right now, so I definitely expect stability to be an issue. So in other words, that's not something that's really worth complaining about. Did I not get anything from this guy? I know I did. So there's a level 104. Okay, we got Order Resources. And Valiant's Glory, so... A little bit of artifact power. Interesting that not all these guys will actually get blues. I think that's a pretty good change. So we cheated and went up the wrong way up the mountain. And now we have all these tornadoes and all these other dudes to try and miss. See if we can just run through them. So far we're either getting a huge ass aggro train or we're getting nothing. Looks like we might be getting a huge ass aggro train. So we got a grapple point over here, we got a grapple point up there. Will it let us grapple in combat or away from combat? Okay, we're interrupted. Oh, grapple interrupted. Alright. Okay, we got 2 guys here now. See if we can get some more zombies out. Like I said, I don't mind on these Friday videos necessarily going over the time that I normally go over for these kind of videos. We just understand that even if there is lag and stuff like this, you don't necessarily think it's going to be live. But I was hoping for something a little more like stable in terms of the combat and everything. But it's all good. You can't always predict what you're going to get. So any loot, most of the loot's been pretty much just vendor trash. So there's Fester Boyle, my buddy. Can we not grapple up here? Fellscorn Executioner, I don't care. Hey buddy, here we are. Beg for your life? I think not. First off, I'm a Death Knight. And you don't really know what that means because you weren't around for that. There's someone else taking all blades. Oh, that's fun. So this guy's actually going to go down pretty quickly. It's a little bit of performance improvement, but really marginal. Like, this feels like one of the first fights where I've actually gotten attacks to go through on animations and all that good stuff. I just want to get to the top of the mountain. We have another trapper right here. Really? Dude. I'm not going to beg for my life. You're just going to stand there. You have like no aggro radius. I guess I could have clippity-clipped all the way up there. Is there a better way? Okay, that would be fun. I feel like I want to go up there, but since we have a quest marker right here, let's go talk to this dragon. Hello, dragon. I think I saw you before.
You are not like the others.
No, I'm really not. Okay, you really want to fight. So these guys are apparently trying to control dragons. That's never worked out in World of Warcraft before. That's like half the damn plot of World of Warcraft is, we have these dragons and we want to enslave them to our power. Yeah, good luck with that. Let's Apocalypse one more time just for fun. There we go. That's what the animation looks like. You get your little zombies that come out of the ground. And they will fight for you. They'll last for like 15 seconds. So that's pretty good. And I just want to see what this quest says. It said lots and lots of lag.
The storm's fury awakens.
Well, hello. You're very nice. You are here for the trial. I'm afraid you might be too late. This battle with these Fellscorn have taken its toll. I'm too weak to grant you your power to seek, but perhaps you may be able to help. Oh, how cute. Complete quest any day now. Heart of the Dragon. Through brute force and corruption, the God King has taken the power you seek, but there may be hope for you in the Unholy Death Knight. With the aid of fell powers such as I've never seen, the Fellscorn are corrupting our young and seeking to enslave. Oh, of course, as always. Their leader, a demon of great power, has captured our mother and seeks to bend her to the God King's will. Find her and free her of the demon's grasp. Only then will the might of Thorignir, regain our power and grant you aid. So, find and rescue the brood.
Fear not the storm.
Alright, so we can do this again, and like I said, I'm going to look at some other classes too. But at least for now, like I said, there's always fun stability issues, but still, Legion, it's coming in August, and I don't anticipate any reason for delay. There's a lot of things still to work out, but Unholy Death Knight's probably the class that I've had the most fun with so far of what I've played. And because you can make level 100 pre-made characters, you can kind of try a lot of things, which I think is something that's new that they've added, that you can try different characters and sort of classes at a more advanced stage to see if you want to roll them. But that's it for now. This is Asher, just Free Play Friday. We always kind of look at some different games, things that aren't normally on the channel. I got a few other things lined up for that as well. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If we do this again with World of Warcraft, hopefully next time it won't be as much of a laggy mess for most of it. But that beta is beta, and what else can you say? Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.